Hey Pisces, what's going on? We are here with a timeless reading. Welcome. The first card that we have out is Seven of Pentacles and Nine of Pentacles. Okay. Building right now, taking care of yourself, taking care of things, focusing on the stuff that's important to you. Okay, so I'm seeing something be developing here where it feels like preparing to leave the nest. So everything that you're building towards right now is perfecting the nest in preparation for using this as a launching point. This can even be like building something up, stacking something up, like being able to have what you need. It feels like every day doing something that is allowing for a collection to happen, almost like the nest is where the products of your work are being deposited. So I'm seeing Nine of Pentacles being where everything is being deposited. This is the nest. Seven of Pentacles is everything that you're doing that's pouring into that, and this is going to be a launching point for you. I'm seeing the Fool be there. So once the nest is prepared and ready, that's going to be the launching point for you. With the Fool, this is going to indicate you doing something where there can be a transition into what you're starting next, but I'm seeing something be accomplished first before you do that. So this feels like collecting what you need to be able to jump from that point to where it is that you're going. And I'm seeing the Two of Wands here. So there can be a plan that's in development. This can be something that's relatively new right now, and you can still be processing. This can also be a time too where you're like figuring out the right next steps to be taking, where you are in the process of developing a plan, but you can also be at a point where you're like unsure about this still. It feels like still having a lot of different maybe options or ways that you can do this, or places that you can go. What direction do I want these next steps to be going in? I can go here, I can go there. What do I want to do here with this? So I'm seeing that be something that you're in the process of figuring out. And because the Fool is here, you can feel like you don't really have a whole lot of experience in this way to fall back into, because it feels kind of like a new venture. At the same time, with the Nine of Pentacles, this would indicate that you're able to figure this out, but because the Fool is here, you can be figuring out how to figure it out. I'm seeing you definitely have your sight set on a plan that's developing. It just feels like it's about, sorry guys, I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. Just feels like it's about figuring out like what the plan actually is. Because we have the Fool here, you can need to be open-minded, ready for something different, new, a shift. And this can be being open-minded to discover maybe the plan that would be most ideal for you in this situation, and you may need to be open-minded in order to do this. Meaning, this can be something where if you're just like taking old routes or just doing what's familiar to you, you may be limiting yourself from finding something that maybe would be better for you, like a plan that would be the best plan. So in order to find the best plan, in order to develop the best plan, it feels like you need to be open-minded, and there can be like a need for you to take a chance on this too, you know, like maybe this is something that feels like a little bit risky to you to be doing. There can be risk involved in this. There can be unknowns involved in this. Just like the Fool, it's going to be a leap of faith in order for you to do this. But you can also feel like that will give you the chance at the best next steps to be taking here. Okay. Okay, so I'm hearing a couple different things. For some of you, I am actually hearing financial crisis. That sounds very severe, but it doesn't only have to be with finances. It can have something to do with your resources in general. So things like your energy, your time, that can be included in this too. There can also be something that it feels like something that was building but then going into a decline. I feel too like with Nine of Pentacles and the Page of Swords, I feel like you're very, very, very smart. Very, very able to figure things out. With this Nine of Pentacles, I feel like even though you have something going on that can feel in a way like it's declining somewhat, which I don't even know if that's the actual case of this. This can be a time where a plan is being developed and you can be like, I don't think that I have what I need in order to do this, but is that actually the case? Because I'm seeing the Nine of Pentacles there, and I'm also seeing your mind be a resource for you as well. With Seven of Pentacles, you want to build, but having that Five of Pentacles can be like, it's not happening fast enough, or like it's not growing fast enough, or this isn't happening at a pace that I need it to, or like it's not producing enough. It feels like something like this. And you can even be like, I'm putting this energy in, and maybe you feel like you're in a deficit of some sort here. But all of that being said, though, I'm seeing the Nine of Pentacles, so it almost seems like I'm seeing something different, but you may feel differently about that. Like, as far as what I'm seeing energetically be going on, it can be different than maybe the impression that you have. And for some of you, maybe even different than what you're physically seeing. Because you're going from the Five of Pentacles actually to the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is where you have everything that you need. Five of Pentacles is where you can feel like you don't have everything that you need. This is the position that you're stepping into. There can be a need more so to go with the flow here, because this seems like one of those times where you actually have what you need to get things done here. You can be seeing it differently though. Not because you don't have what you need, but because you can be like, I think I need this, when you actually don't need that. So you can be seeing where you're limiting things for yourself. I'm seeing the Star coming out, shooting for the stars. Maybe you're looking to the stars for help too. Some of you can be doing something with astrology. Oracle, I'm hearing as well, Pisces. I'm seeing things just getting better and better here. I do want to clarify the Five of Pentacles though. Maybe there's something that needs to be done and you feel like I just can't do it right now. You could be feeling sad about something for some of you. But I feel like this is more of a doubt in the circumstances. Taking charge is needed within this. You can also feel too like maybe this is just about bettering a situation that you're in. Maybe that can be part of it, but it can feel complicated doing that. Because it can be, okay, this is the situation. I don't want things to stay like this. I'm doing what I can to alleviate that, to move forward. I see you in the process of a change. Having the Emperor there, it feels like this is maybe not where you want to be with something, but that's a good thing because it's going to be a catalyst for you to make this transition. But yeah, there can be a part of you that's like not feeling particularly hopeful right now about things, but I'm seeing the Star, I'm seeing the Fool, and I'm seeing the Star be here. So this feels like really jumping into something and allowing yourself to do that. With the Five of Pentacles, I feel like this is a time where you can feel like, again, like you don't have what you need. And for some of you, let's use an example. Let's say that you actually have some really valuable information here that can be very useful, that you can be using, and you can be like, I don't have that information that I need. Meanwhile, if you look into the reservoir of what you actually have everything there. So it can be something like maybe there's something that you want to teach, let's say, okay? And you can be like, I don't have the information that I need in order to do that. But with that Nine of Pentacles and the Page of Swords, it feels like you have what you need, and any information that you don't have, you're able to grab that and incorporate it. And so you're not without what it is that you need. It just feels like you need to open yourself up to this, whatever this is that you want to be doing here. But with that Five of Pentacles can be really all of the ways that you're limiting yourself, and the Fool is saying this isn't going to be a comfortable shift for you. This can be something where you really have to put yourself out there. You really have to take a chance with this. You really have to just see what's going to happen, and you need to be open-minded, because if you're like stagnating in this old mindset, it feels like it really puts a cap on things. And then it just feels like you sort of getting sucked more and more deeply into quicksand, when really you're meant to be flying at this point. Like, this is the jump off point here. And to shoot for the stars when you do it, and know that that's going to carry you. Because this is everything. This is what everything has all been leading up to. This is the point. And so those are the steps that you're meant to be taking. And I feel too like you spent a lot of time gathering this information as well. It's time to do something with this now. It's time to act on it now. But that part of you that can be like, what if it doesn't work out? Or I'm being asked to really get outside of my comfort zone and I don't want to. That is the part of you that's meant to be worked with here. Because again, like I'm not seeing that you don't have what you need within the environment. I'm seeing that you actually do have what you need. You just need to be willing to open up here and take this chance. That is how this is going to work. Like, you need some faith, you need some hope here. You need some stillness. Okay. Some of you too, you're like, I need to know exactly what's happening. I need to know the exact itinerary. You need to let go. You need to let go of controlling this and see what happens here. Like trying to predetermine things. Feels like you just need to let go and trust and move into this situation, flow into this situation and see where things go. Without being like, when I land, it's going to have to be like this, or like I'm going to be able to be like carried this far on my wings. It feels like you just need to jump into this and see what happens. And it feels like while you're in the air, a lot of like the next steps of things are going to fall into place. You will have those pieces when you need them. It feels really like, for some of you, you can be delaying at this point. It can be like you're meant to leap from this point and you're still just standing there waiting to jump, and you need to jump now at this point, metaphorically speaking. So it's necessary, but there can be a part of you that like is still trying to control things within the situation. And if you're doing it like that, this is not going to work. So it can be a time where you really have to spread your wings and allow yourself to do that. But there can be a part of you that does feel uncomfortable with this. Like, I want to know what's happening, what's going on here. But what I'm seeing is that you need to release this. Like, I need to know this, I need to know this, I need to know that. This needs to be let go of. You know what to do. It's just about taking that next step. But yeah, that part of you that's like, have to have a plan, have to, all of that wants to like micromanage and calculate everything. It's not going to work in this situation. That's why the Fool is here. It's saying like you have to jump and then see what's going to happen, because you know within you this is the right next move for you to be making. This is also, it's not a time of blind faith. You know everything has been leading you up to this point. This is the right next step for you to be taking. It can just be you want more information, you want this, you want that, you want to know what's going to be happening, you want a sure thing, and you're not getting that in this situation, not right now. That's part of the challenge of being in this situation. In order to progress, that is what's required of you now at this point. It's the only thing needed, really. I wonder too if you feel like this is going to let you, like you're going to be free falling for a little bit, and part of that can feel uncomfortable as well. But you have to believe in what you're doing here. This is like really putting your faith. What has all of this been for? It's all adding up to something. You have to put your trust into that. You have to put your faith into that. You have to believe. Believe that things are really happening. Believe that things are coming true. And as much as you can be like, I don't know how possibly this situation is going to work, you know that these are the next steps to be taking, so just do it. That's it. That's really, this just feels like a support, a boost, like giving you morale to be doing this and taking the steps now without you knowing where exactly you're going to land. You're meant to be doing this. So that, do I do this? Do I do that? Just feeling of this, all of this stuff sort of working up to come out within you. This is helping you to understand the chaos that you're experiencing and what to do so that things can move forward. You don't have to be stuck in that spot anymore. You're going after what you want here. This is an important move for you to be making. But yeah, there can be a part of you that, like, at the end of the day, you can be feeling kind of scared about things, and that can be like really what is, I'm hearing, withdrawing you. I feel too like this is a time where your guides know the plan and your higher self knows the plan, but you don't know the plan but there is a plan, but you just don't know the plan, but there is a plan to this. This is not just mass chaos here. There's something very calculated that's going on, but we need you to jump here to do this. Because there's something very important about, like, will you cross that line or not? Are you going to do it or not? Are you going to trust yourself? Are you going to trust in what you're doing? So tuning into the faith that you have, tuning into your trust in the wisdom and the guidance and what you know to be true, even though your ego can be like, no, I feel so uncomfortable with this. I don't want to do this. You know what to do here. And also too, having that Page of Swords, this is the part of us that's like, I want to try to get more information and more information and more information. And I'm seeing you're at a cap where, like, you're not going to get any more. You need to take this next step, and then the rest of the information is going to follow, okay? Also to know that you don't, right now is a point where, like, you're at the edge, and so if you want to continue with this thing that you have going on, a leap of faith is required. Also, too, though, you can decide, like, nope, that ain't the thing for me. You can backtrack here if you don't want to do this. It's not like you have to take a leap of faith if you don't want to at all. That's not the case. It's just that if you have enough faith here in what you've been doing and what you've been building and what's been happening this whole time, all of this energy that you've been investing, that it's going to go somewhere, and you take this leap of faith, you really will see it go somewhere. But for those of you that you're at this point and you're like, no, I can't do it, like, it's okay. But as far as this, if you're going to invest further, you have to do this now at this point. Otherwise, this thing is going to essentially, like, it's not going to be being fed anymore. Like, the leap of faith is something that's going to feed you into the next steps that would be taken. If you don't do that, it feels like it's going to deteriorate, but then there will be something else that you will have going on. So just know it's a matter of really what you want to be doing here. If you take this leap of faith, you're going to see some very miraculous things fall into place. We can leave it at that. I'm seeing Aquarius here. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everyone for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I'm sending everybody love, and I hope to catch you guys next time.